Richard. Premier Doug Ford also had some things to say about this.
He sure did, Faiza. He weighed in on this today, and his comments are not sitting well with some medical professionals and with the NDP. They're taking issue with the language Ford used to describe this man who is a diagnosed schizophrenic. The Premier made the talk radio rounds this morning to talk about the case. During a fiery interview on CFRB, Ford called Chung a, quote, nutcase.
You can't let guys like this loose. You throw away the key. Unbelievable. I wouldn't want to have lunch beside this guy, I'll tell you that. The guy's a meat cleaver murderer, and you're going to let him out? We have to change making sure that these crazy, crazy people that want to go around chopping people up, they're out on the street.
The NDP took issue with Ford using that type of language to describe someone with a diagnosed mental illness.
To use those types of words, I don't think help the issue at all. Doug should be deploying as many resources as possible, coordinating with the RCMP, the OPP, and ensuring that we find this individual to be inarticulate, as Doug is wont to be, doesn't help the seriousness of this issue.
What is the family thinking of the poor victim that got chopped up with a meat cleaver by this nutcase?
Doctors in the field of mental health took issue with the Premier's comments as well.
We already are really challenged by the fact that there is a lot of stigma around mental health. And what we want is a leader who helps destigmatize. And there are a lot of people who don't seek out help, and they get to be much worse in terms of their mental health issues because of the stigma. And we're trying to break it down. So this really doesn't help.
Former Premier Wynne earmarked $2.1 billion for additional mental health spending over 4 years. The Ford government, though, added just $1.9 billion over the next 10 years. The Premier was asked if the reduced funding led to this incident.
Don't give me that nonsense. The guy's a meat cleaver murderer, and you're going to let him out?
I don't think Doug knows how to deal with this type of serious issue. I think he's inept in terms of actually tackling the issue around mental health. It's very clear, the evidence is there, and Doug seems to just want to sweep it under the floor with some derogatory comments.
Now, the Premier's office issued a statement after his radio interview which did not include the terms nutcase or crazy. Premier Ford says he's looking to get answers on this case. He has sent letters to the Toronto Police Services Board, to CAMH, and to the Federal Minister of Public Safety, urging all to review the case.